Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Play Hatoful Boyfriend. In the last part, a load of fucking freaky shit happened that I just don't even know how to deal with, and apparently Dr. Shu completed his autopsy of my own dead body, so we've been waiting in suspense to find out what the results are, so let's just go ahead and find out. I shall try to state simply and briefly what I have learned from the lumps of meat. Lumps of meat! Oh my god! And Ryota's like, the gasp. Control yourself. Falling out among yourselves would only do us harm. I'm gonna have to turn this down a little bit, sorry. Because the music is really cool, but it's just a little bit too loud in my ears with the headphones. I know. One bullet left. Anyway, we lack the tools for a proper examination, but the cause of death was asphyxiation, so I was strangled. Anyone who's watched Law and Order or CSI or something knows what asphyxiation is. Oh, but there are no signs of strangulation or smothering, so I guess I was wrong. So she was either poisoned or sick. She was dismembered. Oh, that's Sakuya. So it's she was dismembered after death. Then, doctor. Yes, of course I was. You can't dismember someone while they're alive. Well, you can, but they're not going to stay alive for very long, surely. Sakuya. Of course I was dismembered peri-mortem or whatever it is. Or no, post-mortem. Peri-mortem is before death. Or whatever. It would appear so. There is little evidence of bleeding, so we may assume that she was cut up some time after death. I find it really bizarre that my character is dead. Is there any other game where you actually... Because, to be honest, I'm not sure whether to think oh, I'm dead but I'm still watching this, or whether I'm dead and now I'm Ryota. I guess now I'm Ryota, I suppose. Yeah, because I'm speaking the first person. There's my question answered there. Harry was one of the healthiest people I know. She couldn't have become that sick that quickly. Of course, I was a Neanderthal Wonder Woman is what I was. Meaning someone poisoned her. Brilliant deduction, Ryota. But why? For the sake of the grotesque, or to make her easier to carry, or for some other reason. Disgusting either way. I hope they didn't want to turn me into one of those freaky fucking scarecrow things. That could be what's going on, is that they're chopping up all the humans and making them into robotic evil things. I don't know. I suppose I should always tell you the estimated time of death. Obviously, I cannot be completely certain, but I believe that Miss Cullen died yesterday, after school. In the evening, then. No, in the morning after school. Precisely, and she was found this morning. In other words, unless she was seen yesterday afternoon, she may have been here all along. I bet you that is what happened. I bet you my poor, dissected, dismembered body was just lying around in the school for hours before anyone ever found me. After school, no, I didn't. My mother asked me to run some errands, so I went straight home yesterday. Your mother's going to die anyway, she doesn't need errands. And you went home alone. Alone. Wah wah. Because you're a loser like you. It's too late to regret it now, but maybe if I just asked her to walk home with me, then maybe both of us would have ended up dead and there'd be no one to investigate how dead I am right now. I see. Perhaps we should ask any other students with whom she was close. All of my boyfriends, any one of my ex-boyfriends could have been the killer. Seriously, I have so many, even you, Sakuya. You're going out again. Be careful, it sounds like wandering around the school could be dangerous. Don't worry, we can outrun the scarecrow if it shows up again. And maybe if Ryota dies, get this people, so I'm already dead. So the new me is Ryota, so if Ryota dies, it seems I'll get to play as Sakuya because he's the next in line for the player throne. Wouldn't that be brilliant? I'd finally be able to live my dream and play as Sakuya. Incidentally, I went home yesterday too. No one cares. I left as soon as class ended. So, I only know what Ryota's... Why are you telling me this? This is really suspicious that you're I find that really suspicious when people volunteer information. It's it makes... It often... It's like you're protesting too much, almost. So I only know Ryota has told me. I wish I had some useful information, but I must find Froggy. I was in the infirmary right up until I returned home, as usual. I know nothing of what happened in the rest of the school. I bet you don't. You're totally, like, something to do with this. So neither Mr. Nanaki nor Dr. Owamane saw Harry yesterday afternoon. If you choose to believe them, Ryota, you fool. Like, you don't have to believe everything everyone says. You idiot. Oh, right, could we ask a favour of you, Mr. Nanaki? A favour? The headmaster's office is locked. We think he might be hiding in there. If there's a spare key to his door, could we use it? A spare key? Yeah. Why is he agreeing with us? Surely he's, like, supposed to be loyal to... What? There's a vice principal as well? What kind of weird, saggy old bag of a bird is the vice principal going to be? Thank you, sir. We'll be back soon. Be careful out there. These are, like, the shittiest teachers, like, the shittiest staff in the world. Like, Kazuaki is anyway, or Mr. Nanaki. He's so fucking... crap. Kawara is a strange boy. I wonder why he lied about... What? What? I lied and I didn't even know it. How am I supposed to be... How can my character all of a sudden be an unreliable narrator? I'm not... It's not the fresh James Sunderland of Silent Hill here. We won't be able to talk to the headmaster until we have that key. Let us work on the murder case until then. Right, we should ask every birdie where they went yesterday. It's like that stupid every pony thing. Or like any pony. It's like the exact same thing. The doctor said he was in the infirmary until we went home, and I'm a brain-dead idiot, so I'm just going to believe him without questioning it whatsoever. I wonder... Yeah. Do not bias yourself with baseless suspicions. I know. I think maybe you trust him a little too easily, Sakuya. I think so too, seeing as I know that he's actually a psychopath. Like, you're in a really weird position having played through all of the different storylines, because you know what the different characters' personalities are like, but the other characters don't, so it's quite odd. You know nothing of what that means. The head of the Labelle family, my father, was once crippled with chronic illness. He was cured by medicines developed by Dr. Owamane. He makes... Of course he does! He's a doctor! Of course he knows about medicine, you idiot! Like, what is wrong with you? Save the sleep talk for your dreams. Have you no idea what contributions he has made to the medical world? I didn't know, because I don't know anything. I thought he was some kind of mad scientist cooking up nothing but debt and all around... Well, he's that too. He's that as well. Apparently I've become biased by the foolish rumours of the peasantry. It's probably that stupid, weirdo, emo Sephiroth bird is probably affecting my psychological perception of the world. In any case, the Labelle family is indebted to him, and noble bird will never treat a benefactor with disrespect. So that's why he's so polite to the doctor. Doesn't that make him biased as well, though? It's like, what a weird little aside. There was seriously no need for it to all go dark like that. They do like loads of little asides anyway. Go to... Let's go! We're seriously like Gaston and LeFou. Like, do you know that part in Beauty and the Beast where Gaston and LeFou are like, let's go! Like, that's the two of us. Where were we going to go? The gymnasium or the maintenance office? Let's go to the maintenance office, whatever. Go visit that Mr. 1. See if he... Yeah, here we go. You two again? Come in. How goes the investigation? Well, I hope. We went to the headmaster's office as you requested. It was locked, however. Surely this guy would have a key. He has like a key to everything because he's the janitor. And he lives together in the utility room. I'm glad you're okay. Oh no, wait, that's Ryota. I'm glad you're okay. The office isn't that far from... Was that... Wait, Yuya? Yuya's not even on screen. I'm getting so confused with all these voices and all these characters that aren't even on screen. Was that thing a muddy scarecrow-like man, perhaps? Of course it was. Yuya, you've been here all along. So you've seen it too. Oh, here we get this, like, cool... Great Guys Casino music. Yeah, on the second floor. I got a glimpse of it from behind the other end of the corridor and didn't stick around to let it see me, so alas I was not blessed with a look at its pretty face. You can't see its pretty face because it's under a bag. It's probably my head is on that stupid robotic Jeepers Creepers thing. Sorry, I got distracted. There was like a knock. Listen to what happened. There was like a knock on the door, and I was like, oh fuck, I have to go to the door now. So I go to the door, get all the way over to the door. I look through the window of the door, and there's somebody walking away from the door, and I was like, fuck you. You like knock on the door, and you don't even stay. Get me off my seat, out of my zone here. And you don't even stay long enough for me to open the door and find out whatever the fuck you want. So do you know what? Like, just fuck you. You go back to your stupid whatever you're... I don't even know who it was. Anyway, it's probably some idiot selling something. Like one of these people that... Or one of these idiots that come around going like, oh, we're collecting money for the local such and such a thing. It's like, yeah, well, go collect it somewhere else. So, and anyway, you obviously don't care that much about whatever you're doing. Because if you cared that much about it, you would have stayed at the door and waited for me to answer the door. Seriously, it took me about like 10 seconds to get to the door and he was already walking away. And he had to like destroy... Like, put me in a bad mood. Put me in a bad mood for the sake of like... Oh, and he didn't even wait for 10 seconds. I was just like, oh, I felt like going out there and just like, oh, lamping him one. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, Ryota, we ran away as soon as we saw it too. Because the scarecrow walks at midnight. Anyway, it sounds like it's wandering around the building. Maybe it would be better for you to leave, Mr. One. Why? He's safe and sound in here in his little secret utility room. Don't worry for me, young one. My duties prevent me from leaving this room. He probably has like some explosive cholera or something that blows him up if he leaves there. You two aren't planning to call off your investigation because of a bad guy or two either. Well, yeah, that's true. Already stuck in the rut of unadaptable middle age. Don't come crying to us if you get hurt. Saki is just like, whatever. Just leave your ass in the dust. You're going to get chopped up and I'm not even going to care. I've come within touching distance of death in the past. I will be fine. Oh, I have to, like, plug back in Enya. That could have been disastrous. Yeah, he's in, like, the Resistance, like himself and Yuya. I swear, he's probably, like, the leader of the Resistance. I wonder what kind of death comes that close to a maintenance worker. Anything. It's not like he could have been, like, up on a ladder, cleaning out the gutters, and then he fell. Well, no, because he's a bird, so he can fly, so I suppose that really isn't a very good example. Well then, what are you standing around? Oh, I skipped the line. I don't even know what he said there. I'm trigger happy with the spacebar again. Same goes for you, whatever you said. Why aren't you headed over there? Eep! I can't just sit around. Indeed, same here. Hence walking around the school. On that note, I'd better go to the lab. Yeah, you were born in a lab. I was born in a cave. Professor Nanaki wanted me there. What for? Oh my god, something you asked him to do. Oh. Ah, he says he wants you to help him keep an eye. Kelp? Help him keep an eye on Dr. Wamane. Most likely, yes. The doctor and Harry, that is. Yeah, who knows what that doctor will do with my body. Like, oh my god, in Neon Demon... Like in Neon Demon, when you're one who's that one who's a pathologist or whatever, or a mortician, when she starts getting it on with that corpse. Anyway, you two go on with your investigation. I'll be watching over her, so don't worry. Right. Let's go! Wait. Yeah? According to the autopsy, Cullen died after school yesterday. Did you see her during that time? This is kind of like almost... I actually watched Red Rock, like the new episode of Red Rock, because it's back now. And like the last episode of Red Rock was a cliffhanger where it was like, oh, who killed such and such? And they got like the results back from the lab. And the whole episode this time was like a flashback showing what actually happened. So we know, like the viewer knows what actually happened, but the police don't know what actually happened yet. So it was really odd, and that's what this is like now. It's kind of like, oh, well, it's not actually what this is like actually, because we still don't know what happened. Sorry. Yesterday evening, huh? What did the doctor say? Just that he'd been in the infirmary all day. I was there too. We were inspecting and cleaning all day, so I can verify the doctor's alibi. I told you not to doubt him without evidence, Kawara. Right. At this point, the prime suspect is that scarecrow anyway. That's everything? Well, Ajay. Yeah, see ya. Wouldn't want to be you. You just get out of here. It's like, I like you more than I used to, but you're still irritating. We should head out too, but first, let's write down what we found. Ryosha, you're not calling the shots here. Sakuya is in charge here. You're the LeFou. Alright, let's go. Yeah, thanks. The students in the gymnasium have grown somewhat restless since the evacuation. Every time I see, like, this stage, like, this image, the way that the stage is there, I just think of we need to talk about Kevin. I just think, like, someone's gonna start, like, shooting up the place or whatever. Shut up with no explanation. And now there's a suspicious individual wandering the campus. I guess even doves lose their cool eventually. And they start to cry, because that's what it sounds like when doves cry. San, where are you? Yeah, we should totally have him around. Like, he's a psycho, whatever, psychopathic, Blanca, beast, feral, whatever, mudblood. He can protect us. Oko-san is right here, alive and well, so far. Cuckoo! Where did you and Sakuya go? You're not supposed to talk like that in proper sentences. Leaving Oko-san behind and going outside is not fair. You just confused the issue if we brought you along. We came back because we had a question for you. Cuckoo! Whippersnapper, you're not older than I am. Oh, that's not what I usually practice on the ground after school, right? It's Oko-san's duty as track captain, triumphant baby. Because Oko-san's a vitality boy. Did you see Harry while you were out there yesterday? No, Oko-san did not see her then, or as he was going home. Cuckoo! Can we really be sure that he would have noticed her even if she had been there while he was running? Good point. Do not look down on Oko-san's visual memory. If you had asked Oko-san about the blood-stained interloper, he's... Oh my god! Why? You didn't say anything about this? You're crazy! Yeah, exactly my reaction, exactly. I can't believe Ryosha... Yeah, no, wait a second. That's my reaction, exactly. One extra exclamation mark and one extra question mark. Well, wait, San, what did you just... Do not look down on Oko-san's visual memory. Not after that, imbecile. I'm wearing a robe, you jackass. If you had asked Oko-san about the blood-stained interloper he saw, then he would have had something to say. Oko-san saw the interloper going to the infirmary. Cuckoo. The infirmary, eh? Could that have been Harry? She wouldn't have been stained with blood until after she died. She was a bit hyper, but I don't think she'd still be walking around at that point. I could have been only half dismembered and still wandering around with no arms or something. It was not Harry. This is a bird unknown to Oko-san. So, someone covered in blood was going into the infirmary after school. Whoever he is, he's a prime suspect now. Thanks for telling us, San. Finally! You didn't think you could have told us this or somebody this at some other point? You were probably distracted by some stupid flan or something. 'Cause everybody loves flan. At least we found something, even if it raises more questions than it answers. Yeah! Some bird who San doesn't know. Could it have been someone from outside the school? Could be. Maybe it was Azami. She hasn't popped up yet. Well, no, she did earlier, and I just skipped past what she was doing. And, what's his name is already dead as well, Angel, probably. It's past noon already. Let us hurry onwards. And so, we walked about the school searching for clues of Harry and the mysterious bloodstained whatever. Stop pressing the spacebar when you're not finished reading the sentence, you stupid hand. We were lucky enough to avoid encountering the scarecrow, but we didn't find any information either. Where to now? Nanaki has probably gotten the key for us by now. Let us return to the lab. In the next part of Let's Play Hatoful Boyfriend with me, RockPaperMario. Wherever the fuck this is going. I seriously have no idea what's going to happen. Whether it's all going to turn out that... Like, I don't know. Like, whether it's all going to turn out that Dr. Shu is behind... Like, I don't think he's behind all of it. I think he might have a part in it. But I still think that Nanaki has something to do with this. I'm still not 100% convinced that he has nothing to do with all of this. It's just, like, too suspicious. Anyway, thanks for watching this part. See you next time. Bye now.